Morning everyone, how are we doing? Can you believe it? I have made it this far. It is breakfast time, so I thought I would have a little fun with it and kind of show you the difference between breakfast before and breakfast now. So normally me for breakfast, I have always been a big lover of the Weet-Bix bites, right? So now portion control has always been an issue of mine. That's probably a big reason why I am where I am. But for me to have breakfast, make a mess. Yep, what was left in that box would be about perfect, right? That would easily have been my breakfast, okay? So I did a bit of reading last night and discovered that I am allowed these in my puree stage, which made me ultra excited. The only thing I need to do is make sure, because I do have the wild berry ones in the cupboard at the moment, that I pull out any of the little bits of berry in them, just because that might be a bit tough to work through my system. So that would be breakfast before. I now need to ensure that I have all of my meals in a plate such as this, just so I can make sure I'm visually aware of what I'm eating. And at this stage in my recovery, 1, and there's a half. That's going to be my breakfast. So I need to dose that with milk and make sure I can get that nice and mushy. So while that's mushing up, morning gorgeous Jess, I've had a few people ask me also about how intense the operation was in terms of like scars, did they open me all up, all this kind of stuff. So I thought what better way to just show you. So it is keyhole surgery. Oh, there's a cat in my way. There is keyhole surgery. So you can see there, I have got 1, 2, 3, where's the other one? 4, 5, 6. So 6 incision sites is where they went in. 2 of them right on my belly button there. So no, not an operation where they open you right up. Back in the day, they would have used to have opened you right up. But that is why the pre-op diet is so important. Because that 2 weeks of hell that I went through with the pre-op diet, no, I shouldn't say that, it wasn't actually that bad, that I went through with the pre-op diet, the whole purpose of that was to shrink the liver. By shrinking the liver, you enable them to do it keyhole, which is just such a less intensive kind of operation, right? All right, so my 1.5 are looking nice and mushy now. Now, as I said, I need to get out those little bits. Now, also, I would used to eat my breakfast with a normal spoon, right? You know, this would be me, and oh, my body is craving, it's just craving some quantities of food right now. Going forward, I'm always going to need to use a teaspoon or a small fork. So I'm just going to pull out these bits of berry, as they are going to be way too intense for my stomach to handle at this stage. So as I also put in the title, definitely feeling a little bit sorry for myself at the moment. Last night, one of my fears came true, in that I had to contact my one and only income producing party hostess last week and next week, and postpone. There is just no way I am up to doing an online party. Like, I just had a shower before and washed my hair, and I had to turn the shower off halfway through and hop out and just lean against the basin because I was going to pass out. The hot water combined with the standing up, I just don't have the energy for it. So I'd probably been a bit optimistic by scheduling an online party next week, but at the same time, it's kind of the reality of single mum, self-employed, no such thing as sick leave, mortgage to pay, kid to support. So I went in with that single mum attitude of, I mean, you've just got to do it. And that really is quite an attitude of being a single mum, is you look at all these things that need to be done and you can either sit there and go, this is too hard, I can't do this by myself, or you just go, there's no one else to do it, you've just got to do it, so you do it. So I was going with that one, but I have had to postpone it, which fills me with stress because well, I budgeted for this and I took out the loan for the $18,000 that I was short for the surgery. The cost of the pre-op diet and all of the Benefiber and the multivitamins and everything else that you need, I had totally underestimated. I thought about this morning at about 3 o'clock, that I'm actually going to give that feedback to the surgeon's office, that they need to actually be able to quantify the cost of that to people, because they really couldn't. So I totally underestimated that, and things are tight. Things are really tight at the moment, and going another week without income is really stressing me out. But that is okay. Okay, we will work through that. But there is my breakfast. Now, what I'm also going to do, except I don't have a clean teaspoon, so we'll do that in a minute. I'm going to add just a little bit of this protein yogurt to it. Protein, super important to get in as much as I can, because that's really going to fuel my body. So I will put maybe a teaspoon of that in there, mix it up. And that is what breakfast looks like now compared to before. Reality is also setting in that I'm back to being a single mum this afternoon. So my gorgeous 8-year-old will be back this afternoon, which means that I'm back to the reality of cooking meals, getting him ready for school, dropping him to school. We've got swimming lessons after school tomorrow, cooking his tea, just all of these things that, once again, as a single mum, you've just kind of got to go, no one else to do it, you've just got to do it. So I'm definitely planning on taking it very easy today until he comes home. Just try and rest as much as I can and just try and build up some energy, because the reality is I will be able to get through that more before school and afternoon period, but that's going to require me to sleep the entire time he's at school, which is why I had to cancel my party, because there just is no room for work in there. All of my awake time will be spent caring for him, and the rest of it I will just need to sleep and recover for me. So I was warned in the first week you do get hit with a little bit of the what did I do, and I'm definitely feeling that today. Just the reality of what this means at the moment, what I'm incapable of doing. I know it's all for the best cause. Like, I know it's for the greatest cause, and I know that I will get through this. I totally do. And I am okay. Like, I will get through this. But I also wanted to share the raw side of what is happening on this page. So I just wanted to make sure that I just did jump on here and really let you know how I'm feeling, because I will be okay. Like, I can pull myself out of this. I know I am. I'm not concerned about my mental health in the slightest, but I just wanted to jump on when I was feeling like this. But yeah, I think this is sufficiently soft now, and I've waited my 30 minutes since I last had a drink, so I am going to enjoy my bowl of Weet-Bix now. Thanks everyone. Love you lots.